What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Vince Warburton and this is VW Fitness. Today we're talking about Hosstility new pre-workout. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we are back. For those of you new to the channel, I did take about a 6-week break from all supplementation and this is my first review back. So I'm very excited to kind of get back into things and slowly create content, not jump down the rabbit hole, and bring you guys the latest and greatest when it comes to all the supplements that are releasing, and keeping the review completely honest, unbiased, and just giving you guys everything that I've got. So let's jump into this. If you're new to the channel, I break down the supplement review into 4 different parts. We're going to talk about number 1, price; 2, the label ingredient breakdown; thirdly, the taste; and then lastly, we'll talk about the effects. So let's get right into it. In terms of price, guys, this comes in at $47.99. There are only 20 servings here, so that comes out to $2.40 a serving, which on the consistent pricing scale, which has not changed, guys, is a 1 out of 10. Anything over $2.39 a serving is 1 out of 10. So this is on the higher end. Price is always subjective. It can be balanced by like the effects. It can be balanced by the taste. A lot of different things when it comes to consumers. So it's up to you guys in what you find value in, and if you think it's worth it. Now, again, pricing scale is just a basic general kind of average pricing for most supplements when it comes to pre-workouts, and just kind of balancing that all out. So this is where things are kind of interesting, because Big Hoss, the Hosstility owner, creator, I guess, used to work with Cage Muscle, was a sponsored athlete with them for just over, I think, 2 years or so. And then apparently it looks like he has branched out now and created his own pre-workout, which has some similarities to the original Pre-Caged, which is very interesting. Obviously, believed in that product and wanted to create his own, and I applaud it, definitely, because I think, in my honest opinion, going off track here a little bit, I think Cage Muscle's Pre-Cage could be updated. It should be at a version 2, or at least a version 2 it should be at like a version 3 or 4, at the very least version 2 in terms of the formula. It needs to be reformulated. I think it can be better. All right, so let's run right through this label, guys. We start out with 26.5 gram scoop, 20 full servings, like I said, and let's get into it. So we start out with 6 grams of L-citrulline fermented. That's gonna help with the pumps, as they say, vasodilation, help with that blood flow throughout the workout, and push nutrients, etc., throughout the body. Definitely a huge proponent. Love L-citrulline. For those of you that are new to the channel, you'll soon learn that I'm a big fan of it. Probably one of my favorite pump ingredients. So definitely great to see that. 3 grams of creatine monohydrate. This is kind of an interesting one. I've said different things about this. For me personally, I don't mind when it is in the product. Currently, I am not taking any creatine because I have been off all supplementation. So, this is kind of a nice way for me personally to kind of ease back into a little bit of some creatine and not really stress out my liver, which was the main reason for giving up, all the supplements. So 3 grams, not necessarily an efficacious amount, but I think it's a good starting point for those of you that are looking to get into creatine, which is going to help with that power output, help you, potentially just push harder into the gym. It's one of the most researched supplements, ingredients in the world, so definitely a lot of research backed behind this ingredient. Next up, 2.5 grams of betaine anhydrous. This is going to help with power output as well. Going to help, really push through a strenuous workout. 2.5 grams is an efficacious dose, so definitely great to see that. 2 grams of arginine nitrate as NO3-T. Again, another pump ingredient. This is going to kind of stack with the citrulline. This is kind of what a lot of companies are doing. They're putting in some different variations of ingredients to kind of really help you bring full circle whatever the intent of the ingredient is. So in this case, the pump. So definitely cool to see that. 2 grams of taurine. Typically we see about 1 gram in most pre-workouts, so this is on the higher end. It's going to help with hydration, going to help with power output potentially. A lot of different great benefits. You'll see taurine in a lot of energy drinks. It is a very widely used ingredient, so definitely no surprise that it is in this product as well. Next up, we have 2 grams of a mushroom complex composed of a lot of different things that I cannot pronounce, but we'll try to get through it. Cordyceps, some reishi, king trumpet, shiitake, lion's mane, and turkey tail as pico 2. So this mushroom complex is going to help with a lot of different things throughout the workout. Now this is a blend so we don't know exactly of how much. Obviously, you guys may or may not have heard of lion's mane. It's going to help somewhat of a nootropic ingredient, right? This is what that's going to help do. It's going to help with that focus. It's going to help with, you know, just the mind kind of working properly. Again, I don't really know how much of each is in here, and at 2 grams, I'm not too sure, you know, if it's an efficacious dose. I think it's a good dose, and you know, typically you don't see a lot of different mushroom blends at that kind of level, depending on the product that you're using, mind you. All right, so then next up we have 1 gram of L-tyrosine fermented. This is another nootropic ingredient. Personally, I've seen this upwards of 2 grams, on the lower side about 500. This is an efficacious dose, so great to see that. Next up we have 600 milligrams of alpha GPC. This is an efficacious dose, another nootropic ingredient. Again, this is kind of where I think this product shines compared to like a pre-cage, because they're starting to put in some of these nootropic ingredients that a lot of people are liking, that a lot of people are enjoying, that stack really well nicely with a heavy stim like caffeine. So definitely cool to see that. 250 milligrams of theacrine, as theacrine yielding 100 milligrams. This is a stimulant of sorts, right? This is going to give us that energy, help us push through the workout. It's going to stack very, very nicely with the next ingredient, which is caffeine anhydrous, which is at 200 milligrams. And then on top of that, guys, we have 135 milligrams of the dicaffeine malate, as in Finergy, 74% yielding 100 milligrams of caffeine. So total caffeine content in this is going to be about 300 megs. Those 3 ingredients by themselves stack very, very nicely, in my opinion. I love the idea of dicaffeine malate or some sort of prolonged release caffeine. It's going to help you push through the workout, especially when you're pushing, you know, 45 an hour or anything over that. You know, the main stimulant of caffeine anhydrous is going to somewhat wear out, and you know, getting that extra little boost is going to help you, you know, finish out your workout nice and strong. So last up, we have 10 milligrams of the huperzine A. Again, another nootropic ingredient, going to help with mind focus and whatnot. So overall, the label, guys, fully transparent, okay? I love that they're going the same route in a sense as pre-cage. I just keep going back to that because of where Big Hoss came from in terms of like his last sponsorship with you know, Cage Muscle. So I just compare a lot of the similarities here compared to that, and I'm excited to take this. So in terms of the label ingredient breakdown, guys, everything's pretty much efficaciously dosed. I like kind of the way that they've tailored this and kind of dialed this in. So for me, it's going to be a 9 out of 10. I think it is not a super high stim. 300 megs with, you know, 300 megs plus an additional 100 of dicaffeine malate would be nice. So then you're pushing 400. That's just me personally. Obviously, I've been off stims, guys. So this is probably going to be a pretty nice, good, heavy hitter. That's why I wanted this product to be my first kind of coming back and giving you guys my honest review. So 9 out of 10 in terms of the label, guys. Let's move right into the taste. This does recommend 10 ounces of water for 1 scoop. That's what we have here in our official VW Fitness Shaker Cup. Make sure you head on over to the website and snag one of those, guys. Yeah, we still have them in stock. Website has been down for a while. And we went with the mango punch flavor. Pretty excited to give this a try. Have not tried this whatsoever, as you guys can see. All right, we are gonna do 1 full scoop here. Whew, that is a big old scoop, guys. Give this a nice good shake. Look at that color. Look at that color. This looks like a fantastic mango drink. I'm a fan of mango, love it. So let's give it the old taste test. Ooh. Ooh. Has this really kind of rich flavor to it. Very natural, mango-y, not artificial tasting. It literally tastes like they like smashed a bunch of mangoes together, put it in here, put it in this tub, and then you shake it up and there it is. It's got a little bit of that tart. It almost has a little bit of that pulp is what it kind of feels like. Yeah, the flavor on this is 100% on point. I think the sweetness is perfectly balanced here. This is phenomenal. It does have a little bit of a candy taste right at the back end, but then it kind of levels itself out with, like I said, that kind of sour taste. It's not super sour, it's not super sweet. I just think this is a very, very nicely balanced, definitely go-to. It is a little bit, like I said, on the thicker side because there is 26.5 grams of actives in here. So it's not like thick, but you definitely feel like you're drinking more than just like a watered down energy drink or something. Honestly, in terms of this taste, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think it tastes phenomenal. What's it missing? Not really much. I mean, I could go a little bit sweeter if I'm gonna give it anything, but that's just me personally. I think this tastes phenomenal when it comes to like natural. It tastes like it's an actual mango. It doesn't taste like artificially flavored. It doesn't taste like a fake banana, right? We've all had like banana flavored stuff and it tastes so fake compared to an actual banana. So this is definitely phenomenal, guys. I'm gonna finish up this. I've got a big leg day today. I'm gonna run this for the next 2 to 3 days. I'll come back, we'll talk about the effects. We'll give it our final wrap up. We'll see you guys here soon. All right, guys, so let's talk about the effects of Hosstility new pre-workout. One thing I'm gonna talk about real quick is the taste. So the third time that I ran this, actually the second time that I ran it, it basically kind of tasted a little funky because I just brushed my teeth. I always work out, typically fasted, right in the morning. So I get up, brush my teeth, get some water into me, and then I take a pre-workout. So sometimes the toothpaste can obviously kind of alter the flavor and whatnot. So just kind of a heads up there. And then today, actually, the third day that I've taken this, it kind of tasted like orange creamsicle. Very interesting. I know initially it kind of really came off like that really nice mango-y natural flavor, but I did kind of taste like this orange creamsicle today. But enough about the taste, guys. Let's talk about the effects of this pre-workout here. Now, like I said, I have ran this for 3 full days, push-pull legs, and really kind of got to feel a little bit of some of the effects, right? There is no beta-alanine in this, so you're not gonna get those beta tingles. Some people love it, some people hate it. I personally enjoy it. I have missed it. You know, this is my first review back from, you know, taking a 6-week break from all supplementation. So for me, I was kind of looking forward to taking something with some beta-alanine, kind of really feel the tingles, get things moving again. But unfortunately, this doesn't have that. So let's talk about the energy in terms of this pre-workout. Like I said, I didn't really feel a ton of like juice. And mind you, I'm coming off of 6 weeks of no pre-workouts, no supplementation. So I thought for sure this would hit a little bit harder. Now it is only 200 milligrams of the anhydrous, and then you know that 100 milligrams of Infinergy dicaffeine malate, kind of an extended release. I mean, I feel like it pushed me through the workout, but I never really got that overstimulated kind of feeling. And I kind of do push towards overstimulation now, given the fact that you know my doctor has kind of advised me to reel things back. This is kind of one of those pre-workouts that I would more than likely turn to more often than not, even though it doesn't have all these stim junkie kind of qualities that I enjoy. I personally enjoy on the you know, on the surface level. Obviously, health level way more important. So obviously, got to take that into consideration. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel in terms of the energy and kind of stimulation, that sort of thing. Now, in terms of focus, I think that's where this kind of product excels. I felt more focused. I felt more driven. I didn't feel necessarily as stressed. I just felt like overall I was able to really focus on the mind-muscle connection throughout every rep, whether it was squats, you know, bent over rows, or you know, bench press. Every movement that I did, I just felt very focused. I was able to kind of target something on the wall or a point and really just dial in and do those reps, count them out. And do everything slow and controlled. So I will say the focus was definitely solid. Pump-wise, I would say it's mediocre, nothing really special. You know, there is some citrulline in here and some arginine, but honestly, I didn't really feel a ton of the pumps. Nothing was like skin splitting. Now, again, you know, subjective in all of this, but in terms of the effects, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Now, again, this can go a lot of different ways, and it's been a little bit difficult to try to come back and talk about the effects just because I've taken a break. And now that my mind is more centered around health, where it should have always been, I somewhat have to be more conscious about that for me personally. So for me, like, I miss the heavy stim stuff, guys, don't get me wrong. But health-wise, I just don't think it's very smart for me to be taking. My doctor does not advise that I be taking a lot of high stimulant stuff. You know, that's just what it is. So with this sort of pre-workout, I would recommend it for, you know, entry, intermediate level, that kind of thing. I think, like I said, if you're a stim junkie, you're probably going to want to stay away from this. You're going to want something a little bit more heavy hitting. Like I said, I think where it shines is really in the focus, and that's kind of the big thing for me. I do enjoy this pre-workout. I think it tastes phenomenal. Everything's fully disclosed. I really enjoyed it. Big shout out to Hosstility and what they're doing over there. Again, this review is completely unsponsored, unbiased, unpaid. I bought this product off of naturalbody.com, and you know, it showed up like, you know, 2 months ago because, like I said, it's been kind of sitting unwrapped and unused. So anyway, guys, if you want to snag a sample of this, make sure you head on over to the website, www.vwfitness.club. Just a quick note on that, though. If you guys are watching this today, live, whatever, samples will not be shipped out until the 26th of September. So just a heads up with that. I am currently actually out of town. I'm not here in the studio. I know it's weird. Pre-shooting, or I guess I shot this last week or today. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, make sure you head over to the website, guys. Snag an official VW shaker cup, guys. It's only $8. Like, it really helps support the channel. It really helps me, helps everything grow. It's really gonna help me dial into more products that I think are more holistic and natural. So definitely looking forward to that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and bell for notifications. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one.